fun begins.
How's it going?
Hello.
Well,
Greetings, young Jedi.
hello there.
Hey everyone, Hybrid Tour Reviews here with another Topical Tuesday. I hope y'all are having a great Tuesday. This week I decided I wanted to talk about a problem I've been noticing with Micro Galaxy Squadron. I know we're generally a Black Series channel, but I like Micro Galaxy Squadron. They make some really fun representations of our favorite vehicles in the galaxy far, far away. And usually there seems to be a good feeling of quality for your dollar here. But I have noticed something on some recent releases that has truly began to frustrate me, and I've ultimately decided it's time for me to put my foot down, share my opinions on it, see if anyone else agrees, and maybe this can be a force for change, or maybe it'll ultimately save us some more money. But Micro Galaxy Squadron is very stingy with the micro figures. Have any of y'all noticed that? So, I've had complaints on this for a while. All the way back in the Republic gunship gives us two figures, one clone pilot and one clone trooper, on a vehicle that takes two pilots to fly it, has two ball turrets that are each additional seats, and then has four clips inside for troop carrying, meaning it ultimately can carry 8 figures, and you're not even giving me enough pilots to fly the thing. And yeah, you put the clone in the other pilot seat, but at that point, why are they flying a gunship? There's no one inside. They're not transporting anyone. And don't come at me with these $5 blind boxes that you don't know who you're getting in them. Because yeah, for $5, you might get a clone trooper that you can put in that Republic gunship, and then you can have a speeder bike or an AT-RT with no one on it. You see where I'm getting here? They really like having empty seats in their vehicles for some reason. Now, when it comes to a line like this, I don't consider the figures like the selling point. I'm not buying it because I want an army build, 1 inch tall, 2 POA clone troopers. I'm not making a complaint like that. However, I want enough pilots to fill the pilot seats. I want enough figures to fill the other chairs going throughout the whole thing. And I've just kind of decided that if they're really going to start skimping on that, I need to just start skipping on those releases. Something incredibly egregious to me is the new ARC 170, something that I have been looking forward to in the line for a long time. It's a really cool prequel vehicle, and the vehicle itself looks really good. But the crew, the carryout that goes with an ARC 170. You have a pilot, a co-pilot, a tail gunner, and an astromech. That means 3 clone pilots and an astromech droid. So why are there only 2 clone pilots and an astromech droid in this vehicle? Or do we just not have a tail gunner on this mission? We're definitely going to make it home without a tail gunner on this mission. Just really? You couldn't just give me a generic, clone pilot to put in the back. And it's a phase 2 clone pilot that is missing because the other clone pilots are phase 2. The only way that you can actually get that is by buying one of those V-Wings that were peg warming hard and then not putting a pilot in your V-Wing. And it's like, come on. Like, the thing is like 30 something dollars and you can't give me one more pilot. Even if it ultimately made it cost another dollar or two more, I would rather just pay for it and fill the seats because I'm not buying blind boxes praying that I might get the one that I need to finish, filling the troop compartment of a 30 something dollar vehicle. Another one that I find especially egregious is the new Wolfpack AT-TE, which was an $80 exclusive to the Jazzwares Vault site. And you know what? I get that it costs a little bit more. It's got some premium paint apps on it, whatever, right? But the standard retail price for the AT-TE, the original run of it, was $44.97, and it comes with Captain Rex, a clone pilot, and 3 clone troopers. And for $80, almost double the price, you get Plo Koon and 3 Wolfpack troopers. I'm spending double the money, and I'm not even getting the same amount of figures that a prior release got. And then this one also comes with a bark speeder with a sidecar. Looking at the vehicle, it actually carries 11 figures. Or I'm sorry, it comes two pilots, a gunner up top, three on each side. So that's 9 right in the front, and then 2 seats in the back. That's 11. And then you're going to give me a speeder with a sidecar, 2 more seats, 13 seats here. I need Plo Koon to come with 12 Wolfpack troopers for $80 for me to feel okay about that $80 price point. Now, I confess, I'm a shill. I did buy it. There's a fear of it selling out, and it is a design that I like. But I'm not happy about it, and it will be mentioned in the review. But how can you charge me double, cut down on the figures, and then tell me that it's premium? I'm sorry, there's no way there's $40 of paint on it. And ultimately, if it came down to it, I would rather not have the painted buttons on the control panels, and I would rather just have the figures to sit at the unpainted control panels. That's my ultimate opinion there on that. So yeah, I'm high key frustrated, and they've been doing this throughout the history of the line. They've been trying to get one up on you every now and then. The First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter, the 2-seater TIE Fighter, has one pilot coming with it. There's other examples. You know what I'm talking about if you've been collecting this line for a while. I'm not trying to sit here and bitch, but if you're going to sell me for $5 a blind box that consists of a speeder and a figure, and the speeder's bigger than the figure, but I'll say there's 2 things in there. Let's math it out. Let's say a figure is worth $2.50, even though it's probably more like in that $1.50 to $2 range. Just up at $2 and give me that second pilot that I need. The Wolfpack AT-TE doesn't even come with pilots. It just comes with generic troopers, even though the episode that it's based on, Padawan Lost, the season finale 2-parter of season 3 of the Clone Wars, that walker had special designed Wolfpack gunners and pilots. They would have been great additions to put in this, but instead it's just phase 2 Wolfpack troopers, and 3 of them. Not enough to fill the seats by any means, but there's 3 of them for you. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated with Micro Galaxy Squadron. So ultimately, I think where I'm at, I bought the Wolfpack AT-TE. I'm a shill. But the ARC 170 is staying on the shelves until we get a reissue with 3 pilots in it. Y'all can buy it if you want, but I will be refraining. It's just money I can spend on other things that I'm liking at this point, and Micro Galaxy Squadron is just making choices like that I'm not really liking. I love this line. I love the potential for this line. I'm reviewing this line tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it's, you can't say that I'm not a fan of this line. I love these vehicles. I love that I can get a really nice representation of a large vehicle at a relatively small scale just for space constraints. It's really a fun line, and I've said it time and time again. Even if you don't want to get full blown into a new line of toys, if they make a ship that you would call your most favorite Star Wars ship, I think you should pick it up because it's just fun having a really, really good quality toy of your most favorite Star Wars vehicle, even if it's just as a one off. But as stingy as they're starting to get on these figures, I'm really not feeling the love so much anymore. So I'm just putting it out there. What do you think? Have you started to notice they're getting a little stingy with the things that you want? Talk about it in the comments down below. If you have ideas that you think might make for a fun Topical Tuesday next week, fire them off. I'm always looking for some suggestions, and you'll of course be credited if you give me an idea that I think is good for a Topical Tuesday. So thank you a bunch. It means a lot that you've hung out with me, and we will see you next week for the next Topical Tuesday. See ya!